If you agree, little floating con think this is nice and efficient, just nosedive into the road, will you? Oh, thank you very much, Lee. Aye, the red car knows best. Welcome back to the land of the floating cars. It's raining up here on the Moontain Toon V2, but that's not going to stop the traffic over here from flowing like a dream on our brand new intersection. Well, part of it anyway. The brand new part, the old part over here, is just as smooth and swimmingly, apart from this nonsense. I messed up the lane an hour here. Well, that's no good, is it? Let's make sure we're right here. You know what, actually, before I fix that bit of motorway, don't let us forget. One thing I want to do is turn this industrial area here from its current one-way system into a two-way system. Because what that'll do is it'll make our third connection in the middle here and a thing coming off on this side. And then if we go over to our new bridges, we've got a missing connection on the middle. And making our university area here two-way will sort both of those bridge connections out. So let's quickly whip that out there. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is delete all of this underground stuff here. Or at least from the other side of the railway there. I still want to get underneath. Let's work on our little on-ramp here. If we connect into the middle, gone up to 10 meters, a little something like that. And this annoying overlapping items thing, if we turn on anarchy, anarchy not here, anarchy not found, I need to restart the game. I'll be back. And we're back in the room. So now, if we turn on anarchy, we can go ahead and place this lovely little 10-meter high bridge. So we'll have it fly over the motorway like that. And then come back down to 0 meters. A little something like that. So I'm thinking if we come off underneath the flyover here, we do a little schneck off, connect onto it like that, and then we'll upgrade this little section here to 2 lanes. I was going to say I didn't even have anarchy on for that intersection. It's just a long intersection. Now, we are also going to want to be coming off here. So let's see if we can reconnect in with that. That's a no. Let's see if we can override that. That's a yes. Perfect. Didn't mess anything up there. Let me think, is that this whole area covered? We've got the new off from the bridge there. We've got the new exit here. And the existing but now overground exit here. I think that's canny. We've got this underground one here that we need to connect up and now. Let's see if we can do that here. So as we start doing a curve, we'll come off, going straight underground. And I'll just see about popping a lovely little connection in here. Oh, it's not going to let me do that. Let's just focus on getting this underground. And now we want to get it connected up into here. And I think that looks alright. Why, aye, that looks alright. What I did forget is that this is all 2 lanes here. So that needs to get up to 2 lanes there. And as well, if we come back overground, you need to be 2 lanes too. There we're gone. So we've got 2 lanes off, 2 lanes on. I think in that case, we'll do a 4-lane 2-way highway here. And we'll upgrade this little 2-lane number with the help of anarchy, of course. And we'll upgrade that into a 4-laner. Look at that beaut. Let's do the same under here. Perfect. Now, are we still connected here? It looks like we are. We don't have any road doesn't connect warnings. Oh, and we need to do one more upgrade. There we're gone. So all we need to do now is get this underneath this little gravel road. And I think I can plop it, say, there. Have it coming out to about there. And then let's bring it back up overground. And now we have the simple job of connecting all this together. There we are. I'll connect it up over here now. Let's resume the game, let traffic flow, while I whip out my lane connection tools and just double check all of these. See, I don't want that. I want the right lane splitting off into 2 lanes and the left lane just gone and left. Our here's our right. Oh, that's right. That's right. The whole point of doing this whole fly hour business was so I could sort out the laning. And I need to sort out laning again, because now we have this extra off here. We need to upgrade this bit of motorway to 2 lanes. Oh, ideally a bit nicer than that though. There we're gone, that looks a bit nicer. And we're going to have to jump in here, make sure I've got everything set up the way I want, which is not like that. It's like that. I was about to say, what are you stopping for? But it's all good. We know what you're stopping for, mate. You're keeping the road in good health. And I appreciate that. So do all these drivers behind you. Let's upgrade this to 3 lanes, but we'll do that in a little bit. For now, we need to upgrade this side to 4 lanes. All the way across it, at least here. Just a quick plop. There we go. Now you've got your own lane. You shouldn't be queuing up. Oh, look at them. They're bloody getting onto the bridge for the queuing. We didn't want that. That's what sparked this whole rebuild. So we need to do some more lane upgrades over here. This needs to be 3 lanes. And then we'll upgrade this one here. That's just gone straight through to be 2 lanes, and then we'll upgrade the motorway out to be 3 lanes. Or at least to the point where I upgraded this to 3 lanes. Hopefully that's nice and sorted and there's no dodgy little curves. Oh, there's a little bit of a dodgy curve, but I'll live with that. I'll live with that. Alright, so now we should have our lanes spot on. There's no need to be kicking off there. There's no need to be kicking off there. And there's no need to be kicking off here. Perfect. Well, since we're over this side, let's go ahead and do our off-ramps on here. So, since we have vehicles coming up to this roundabout now, I think we're going to have to redo anchor lane here with a police station on it. Give ourselves a bit more room to work with. So if we come onto the roundabout a bit like that, and then we got anchor lane connected up again, we may have to do something with this roundabout. We may have to down there, once I've finished messing with it at least. So I'm going to need 3 lanes coming off here. Let's connect onto the roundabout. I think we're going to have to do this underground. So let's dip underground 20 metres. We'll do a little something like that. And then we're interfering with the police station the least amount there as I can. Anywho, now that we're underground, let's get our single lanes out. Connect onto the right here. We're going to come out, going to run a little something like that, and then come back up to 0 metres, and connect onto the motorway just there. Back underground, if we connect into the middle here, and just keep going straight out, we're going to have to dip even further underground here, so we don't start interfering with any of this. Let's say that looks like it's not interfering with anything, and I had anarchy off. Yep, we're underneath everything. Perfect. So now all we need to do is get ourselves lined up with the middle here. Go to +10 and then connect into the middle. I might have to turn snapping off for this bad lad. How are we doing? Oh, anarchy's definitely going to have to be turned on. We're looking good. I think we're looking good about there. Why aye? Obviously we'll use movement mod to sort that out, but that's all connected. For now we have pressing matters 20 metres underground. We need to get our snapping on so we can come off onto the right lane here. So left, middle, right lane. And we're going to have to dig deep with this one as well. Gone 30 metres underground. See if we can get over without conflicting with anything. I think we're looking good here. I had anarchy off. So yeah, we're going underneath that little bit of road there. And we only have to come up to -10 metres here. So let's try and schneck our way under. And connect back in there. -10 metres. Lovely job, Lee. And I've had to think of ways I can get away with not upgrading this to 3 lanes past here. I can't think of a way of doing it that wouldn't just immediately cause loads of traffic. So, yeah, we are. We're upgrading the lanes out to 4. Like I say, at least to where I upgraded it earlier. There we go. It's a bit messy, but what you're going to do, yeah. Tell you what you can do. You can whip out a safety save and get the move-up mod out and change up some little intersections here. The move-up mod at the moment, it's a wee bit glitchy. I think you have to exit the move-up mod and then there you go, it'll update. So yeah, it works, but you have to exit at the moment. It's a bit how you can. Speaking of a bit how you can, move up mod, help me please. I need this tree out the way. Thank you very much, Lee. Alright, move up mod. You got to save the day yet again. Over here. Oh yes, it's live updating here. That's ideal. I was worried a bit about this bit, because this bit in particular, it's a finicky number to say the very least. Tell you what, if I can just snake these out a little bit like that, so that these barriers aren't over the white lines, I'll be happy. There we go. I don't mind that they loop on themselves. As long as lane management is happy, I'm happy. Oh, speaking of lane management, if we go to the right here, and by right I of course mean left, we need to do some more highway upgrades. All the way to 3 lanes. Just like that. And now, we have a smooth lane connection. Oh yes, the fence is well in the road there. Let me quickly sort that. Oh, and neither wonder you seen where this bloody node is. Get over here, mate. Get some bloody lanes back in here. Alright, now exit the mod. Hey, look at that. Nice guess. We're looking a lot smoother there. Again, let me resume. Make sure traffic works. And there's one thing I want to jump in. Lane management over here. We're not going to be doing any U-turns, unsafe turns, or right turns. Perfect. And I don't mind them joining on together. I'm going to stick with my initial theory, which is there's not going to be much traffic coming off this little arm here. So we'll just let them merge. This side has to give way anyway. So it's all good. Oh, really? We might have to use the move up mod on this and all. See if we can move it back a bit. There we go. Move this one back a bit. We can only move it that far back. Get into the alt mode. Eee! It's a good thing I came and did that. I completely forgot that we need to connect this bit up and all. We need 2 lane highway. Oh, no. What I'll do. 4 lane upgrade. And yeah, we're going to have to put anarchy on. There we go. Hang on, what's going on here? Oh, I thought they were like people on the road there, but it's not. It's just the poor cute bits of that logging truck. Get a bug step, mate. And I'm sorry, I caused all this carnage. What a poor me I am. It's alright, cause come out the ground, you'll be fine again. Alright, well, that intersection's looking alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about this. And is this already a very large roundabout, or is it just a large one? It's just a large one. Well, it needs to be a very large one now, we can. You know what I might do? I might just bulldoze this and redo it. It's gone underground. From there, we know we've got the 4-lane highway here. Let's get back up to 0 meters. Connecting a little summit like that. With anarchy. Lovely jubbly. And I think the problem was with this gravel road. But honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I'm happy with that. I'm happy enough with that. And we cannot do the modifying the intersections on the roundabout, so that's alright. You know what I might do? Move it, mod. Let's move you back just a smidge. There we go. Now the police can use their little driveway there on that side. And I believe that's this done. So I have put off this for long enough now. It is time to redo the aboots. Now I say that as the aboots are flowing like an absolute dream. Look at them. Well, I suppose not like an absolute dream, but they're flowing really well. Do I need to do anything with the aboots? They're absolutely flying. Well, I know I do. Because we often have a lot of issues with like the Berryabot in particular backing up. And it's mainly because I have these intersections on the middle of the aboots. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace both of these aboots here. The chestnut aboot down there and the Berryabot up here with intersections. But I want to retain the aboots for, you know, historical reasons. So let's pause the game. Oh, and this hurts. But let's delete all this motorway. I can all the way back to there on that one. You know what? I'll do the same on this one. All the way back to there. All the way to the chestnut aboot. Oh, it hurts because I know it's going to be a mare to recreate because I've already done it once. But the last time I done it, we didn't have anarchy or movement mod. So I'm keen this time. Keen as a bean. Right, now the first thing I want to do with these aboots is finish them. Well, refinish them. Make them whole again. Because they used to be full of boots, but then I had to disconnect it because it was causing too much ruddy traffic. There we go, and there's one aboot in. And what we're going to be doing with these aboots is upgrading them to pedestrian aboots. So let's do that. We want to keep it nice and wide. Take up the same amount of space as it had before. There we go. But now it's a pedestrian aboot, which should still be called the Berryabot. No, this is still the Berryabot. Berryabot. Pedestrian edition. Alright, now let's give the chestnut aboot the same treatment here. Give it a lovely little upgrade. Beautiful. Now is it still called the not Middle Street? No, it's the chestnut aboot. Pedestrian edition. Alright, so here's the bit I've actually been dreading. So let's do the Berryabot first. Now the Berryabot, it services the Moontain Toon up there, or at least this side of the Moontain Toon. Because if you remember a couple episodes ago, we built Moontain Toon V2 here, which has its own little service area underneath here. You can see the Lindborough Highway there, connects on the Lilac Highway, and it goes up into Moontain Toon V2. If we go ahead and delete Walnut Street, all the way back to here, and Walnut Street, is this not a highway? Are these not highways up here? It isn't. I must have messed up when I was upgrading it. Look, you got highways up here. And then, well, not highways here. Okay. Let's have a look. How many lanes are we dealing with here? So, I believe these are both 2 lanes. Because, for an example here, this should be 1 lane. There you go. So you can see, because this splits off while it's still in the mountain. Whereas this splits on while it's still out the mountain. So, we need a 2-lane highway. What's the whole purpose of that? And if we grab you, we're going all the way down here. Upgrade ye to a lovely fast highway as you were always intended to be. We'll do the same with ye. Oh, I didn't even upgrade it all the way. And now we have the Umber Highway. Gone both ways. I suppose if we know we need 4 lanes, we may as well just reboot the 4-lane 2-way highway. When now that walks, we'll upgrade that to here. And then we'll switch to build mode. Now how far underground are we here? 20 meters? Nah. 30 meters? Aye, there we are. Oh, I wouldn't mind it if you actually connected it to the middle, like. Try not to get that snaky action, you know. There we go. Let's come to minus 20 meters. And then we'll get underneath the Berryabot there. And then we want to come up to plus 10 meters here. And we want to do it in such a way where we line ourselves up with where all of these little entrances and exits are going to go. A little something like that, I think. Why, aye, we're looking good there. We're looking good. Now, I would like this to be a thing, so I'm going to plop it in and see how long it lasts. But let's have a national highway route going over. So we've got our bridge in. And I mean, while we're here doing that, let's get our lanes sorted. So what are we over here? We're 3 lanes and we're correctly managed all the way. We've just done that. So if we got a 3-lane highway one-way suspension bridge, upgrade this, or downgrade it, from 4 lanes to 3, with anarchy on because of that bloody overlapping items nonsense. And then we'll upgrade the rest of this. Oh, we'll not upgrade it out to be suspension bridges though, as fun as that may be. We'll upgrade it out to be a 3-lane highway there. We know we want to be 3 lanes here. I want to do a parallel road, 0.25 meters apart. You know what, real quick, let's delay this some more so I don't have to deal with it. I installed a new mod. If we go into zones, we can now edit zone colors. So let's jump in here. If we've got an empty cell, I want to bring the opacity of the fill all the way down to 0. And just so I don't end up losing those cells, I'm going to bring the opacity up of the border just a smidge there. So now when you have a look, I can actually see what I'm doing. When I'm trying to build a road, I can actually see. Isn't this wonderful? If you can't tell, I've been waiting for this for so long. Yeah, if you can't tell, that's been annoying me a few times. I know there's been at least one occasion when that's annoyed me on video. So in usual fashion, let's whip this down at -10 meters here. I would like to get nice and close to this one. Lovely. Make our way underneath and then just up like that. And I'm happy with that. So if we come back up to 0 meters here, turn off parallel building, and we want to connect this in from here down into there. And the same on this side. Lovely, jubbly. Now we have that beautiful bit of motorway in. That guns underneath. Oh, and I don't even have to use the movement mod on the foundations. Well, I mean, I do if you look closely, but don't look closely. We're all good there. Now I'm waiting to connect these up because I'm unsure what the final lanes are going to be. Whether this still needs to be 4, if this ends up needing to be 6, and that ends up needing to be 26 lanes coming in. You never know with me. You never know. Speaking of never know, I said I was going to do this, so let's do this. I think what I'm going to have to do is bulldoze this little object here and this path, because I'm going to be bringing a little highway ramp around the corner. We'll start it here as it starts to peel off, and I want to keep it tight around just like that. Oh, that looks bloody lovely. I'll take that any day of the week. And then I want to come up to 0 here. So here we are at 0, and we'll leave that there for now. I just realised I messed up by having these so close together. There we're gone. Much better. And we still don't have to worry about this little post support here. See? Especially if you didn't look too closely again. I meant to do it. So we're going to do a little exit here. We'll have it dipping down to -10. We'll just have it following this road here. That looks canny. And since I decided to put the bridge in, I'm going to have to be a bit careful with all this. Make sure we don't zone on the bridge. I want to be under the bridge. There we go. Under the bridge. I'll tell you what. Let's delete the bridge for now so we can actually see what we're doing. Now, let's get 10 meters underground. Connect onto this motorway here. Dip 20 meters under. That way we can get underneath this bit of motorway without interacting with it, hopefully. There we go, underneath. And then now we come back up to 0 meters. There we go, lovely. Now, the only other connection that we need to worry about coming off on this side is the overpass, which we're not doing just yet. So let's move over to the chestnut aboot. Over here, let me start by whipping out some parallel highways. Believe it's going to be 3 lanes. And if it isn't, we can just change it down the line. There we go. And I believe I can come out a little bit more than that. There we go. Let's try that. You know what? I want to do that over here as well. There we go. Now that's a proper layout to start with. Now we can get all these connected in. I had it on parallel mode. Delete that one and take it off parallel mode. No connections. Can I fix this with this little tool here? If I do that and that. Nah, it's still one road, isn't it? It's still connected. Can I fix it with a movement mod maybe? Well, I think we can safely assume that is a no. It will, mate. How did ye lose your zone, mate? Oh, it just moved over a bit. Sorry, do you mind just, you know what, actually? I was going to say, do you mind just moving your house over, but I can do that. I can even rotate you. So you've got your lovely little picturesque corner piece back. And you don't even have to rebuild. I'm such a nice mate, aren't I? Anyway, back to plopping a highway right in front of old mate's house. There we're gone. You'll love that. I suppose from here, we do left lane. Gone and do it to 10 meters. And just real casually connecting in like that. Your right lane dips underground 20 meters. Let me just make sure we're not connecting onto this bit of motorway here. Lovely. And then it lines itself up to come up to 10 meters. And do a lovely little connection in like that. And then while we're -10 meters, why don't we go ahead and pull off an exit here. That goes minus 40 meters. That way you can avoid all of these here. You can see it goes underneath all of that lot. Then it's going to come back up to 0 meters and connect into the right lane just like that. You know what? Now, to get this up to a somewhat reasonable height, let me do little turns underneath the road here. So you see we're up to minus 20 now. And then it's gone up to minus 10. And then if we make our way up to 0 here, with the help of Anarchy, we can connect in just like that. I do enjoy that little loop there. I like it. I like it a lot. And you know what? I don't know why this arm's getting special treatment. You can come off there if you want at minus 10 meters, but you're going to have to get up to 0 by the time you connect into that lane there. Oh, of course it didn't connect. Connect in there, up to there. Lovely, jubbly. Let's quickly whip out the move up mod. I'll see about paging up here just once or twice. There we go, we're looking good. We're above the tunnel now. Alright, so we've got a little mess going on over here. Let's do the same over here. We'll connect in all like that. We want to have one that guns the other direction. But this time we're just going to bridge our like this. And then gun do it to 10 meters and join in. There we go. Good old Grove Highway straight across. So if we come off back here, I want to try and get Toon. Let's see if minus 20 will do. Without connecting onto this little on-ramp here. Doesn't look like it's minus 30. Nope. Minus 40? Nah, minus 40 will do it, but I don't want to them in it. Whatevs. We'll go and do it to minus 40 and we'll just start coming up again like we did last time. We'll spin around here to minus 30 and then we'll jock you out of here to minus 20. And I think we might just start coming back on ourselves just a little bit. We can overlap ourselves as well. I forgot about that. There we go. And now we connect up to 0 without affecting the road directly beneath her. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Right, let's connect onto the end here. Minus 10. And we just want to come up to 0 and connect into the right lane there. I think that looks bloody spot on. Lovely jubbly. And you know what? Let me just quickly whip out the move up mod. Move this over ever so slightly so we're not breaking that zone in there. Right, so I think we've got all of our little exits and entrances going on here. We can have a look underground. We've got a couple of schnecks going on. Now it's time to put our national highway back. Like I said, minus 10 up to plus 10. And I want it just like that. Getting ready to go in between both of these here. There we go. We'll schneck this all the way out of here. And then I want to be going back out to minus 10 by the time we get to here. And then we may end up changing this around the chestnut about here, but at least we've got the Umpa highway back. It's in. It's not even smashing up that many roads before I start faffing. Save. Safety save. But I believe I can actually bulldoze this now. So I can bulldoze these if I really want to, if it starts causing issues. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. For now, I want to see about changing which lane is which by doing that. And then that. Lovely. Oh, not exactly that. There we go. Lovely. Now I've got the outside lane. Let's do that over here as well. And now let's do the on-ramp on this side. I think it might be a little bit easier. Might be in the keyword there. So let's get our 1-lane highway here. Connect onto the outside lane. Gone up 10 meters. And we know we want to be 10 meters by the time we get to here. And now it's just a case of connecting in all smooth like. Lovely jubbly, I expect. Yeah, we're going to have to connect that up manually because I manually disconnected it. But there's our straight across ramp. So, while we're at 10 meters, let's come off here. Now, I think for this one, we want to do a bit of a swinger run job like that. There we go. And now we come down to 0 meters. And we need to carefully avoid connecting any of these before we get to the end there. There we go, and that looks about as good as we're going to get it. How's the lanes? The lanes are looking spotty, dog. I'm happy with that. And I suppose let's go ahead and do the same on this side. And there we have it. I do foresee this being a problem. Just in general, having them on and then an off straight away. Like, I'm going to have to let a lot of connections fly here that I would rather not have, if I am being honest. Now, we're definitely not having any right turns on the motorway. None of that nonsense. But you see, I would like to turn off going straight there. But I'm going to have to leave it on. And so this people can still exit and give back on. So that's a bit of a messy intersection, but we'll hope it's seldom used. This is why you safety save when you use the move it mod. Save and quit game. And we're back in the room. Right, now can I use move it mod? Oh, I don't have any mods, do I? I do. Why aren't my hotkeys working? Does anybody else have to change their resolution to something else and then back again so it's not sitting at a native resolution? Let me know if you do. Alright, there we go. The mouse software was playing up. Right, hotkey, move it mod. Right, what can I do to pretty this up a little bit here? I'm zoning in on it. Oh, there it is. I can click it. Let's go. I love the little the move up mod being finicky there with all of that. I'm not complaining, by the way. It allowed me to create this beautiful masterpiece that the stock game would say, what on earth are you trying to do, mate? No. That's what the stock game would have to say about that intersection, so I'm over the moon with a move up mod. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. Let's try and do something like that on this side now. There we go. That looks a lot better now. As long as you don't pay attention to the post in the middle of the road, which I think we've decided we're not going to do for this build, aren't we? There we go. And you can more clearly see where all the lanes cross as well, and how I would ideally have that not going straight. But I could actually, now that it actually is spread out, that looks like it could work, because you've got plenty of time to get in whatever lane you want from this side. Same here. And that's simply an on or off, isn't it? And then this is a little U-turn, I suppose, if you want to do it, which I don't mind. Why, I'll do that then. And that's nice and efficient. Look at that. We even have a little floating car. If you agree, little floating car, and think this is nice and efficient, just nosedive into the road, will you? Oh, thank you very much, Lee. Aye, the red car knows best. Right, so we've redone the intersection, which was already working fine anyway. And what I will say, I don't believe we need to do any more crossings on or off or anything like that. Yeah, we're 3 lanes everywhere. Oh, by the way, I'm not bothered about these merging. For example, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make these unsafe mergers. There you are, marked as unsafe on both of these here. Because this is only supposed to be used by emergency services. Like, look. What? It's called the E-way? I was about to say, look, it's actually called the E-way and everything. But apparently only one of them was called the E-way. Yeah. It's literally the emergency way. That motorway is that tunnel there, right next to the hospital, the fire station, and the police headquarters. So I don't mind that being a merge there. So anyway, we're 3 lanes. We're going to want to come down to 1 lane here, just like that. And then that looks like it works. So I'll leave that. But yeah, we're back up to 3. And if we spin around and come down here, we got 1 off, so we need to go and do it to 2, just like that. And then we got another 1 off, so we need to go and do it to 1. Just like that. And then we get everything connecting back on and up to 3. Spotty dog. And you can sanity check by clicking all the intersections here and making sure each one of them has their own little lane to follow. What I might do, after a safety save of course, reboot the move up mod. Oh, that's right, yeah, you can't do anything that's underground. I was going to say and move this so it actually shows the line, but I can't, which is fine. Let's stop putting this off. Let's actually get this connected in now. Oh, this is going to be the complicated and annoying bit. Right. So I would say, coming over to the Berryabot here, I think the majority of our traffic wants to be in the Propra Upaheight district here. And then less of our traffic want to go up to the Moontain Toon. So I'm going to dedicate 2 lanes coming off here. We're going to have it schneck right next to the pedestrian road here. You know what? Delete that for now as well. But you know what? I'm going to make it 3 lanes. There we have it. Now we switch over to 3-lane one-way roads and we get connected back in like that. As well as replacing this small road that were disturbed. But only as far up until it starts connecting in. So I think we'll do that. Obviously we're going to have to bulldoze these and let them rebuild. And now I can finally pop this path back in. Let's do a proper little straight path here. Just along the zoning like that. Perfect. I suppose while we're remembering, and we've got the warning here. Let's delete this old underground cable here and replace it with a brand spanking new underground cable. I'll do the same over here as well, just for a bit of redundancy. Oh, and I just spied as well. We're going to have to get the path sorted out. But we cannot do it until this point. Actually, speaking of this point, I'm going to upgrade this to be 2 lanes. Because I figure most people at this point, they'll be wanting to get out. You know what? I changed my mind. That's going to be a 2-laner there. 2-lane motorway. And then we're going to have 1 bit of motorway here. It's going 20 metres underground, just like that. And then if we make our way back overground, we can connect in like that. Let's see about moving this. Well, if you can't get it to connect, put it in backwards and upgrade it later on. That always works for me. So there we are. We've got the Amity Highway there gone under the Berryabot. Doing a little loop for all of these connections. And the Amity Highway here is going to serve more than just that purpose. It's going to connect this little bit of national highway, aka the Moontain Toon, to Propra Upaheight. Although we're going to have to do a better job than that. You know what? We're already underground here. Why don't I just peel off then? There we go. Like no tomorrow. And I also want to do the same for Gannon to the Moontain Toon. But I'll see if I can come up under the back here and connect in a little something like this. A little something like that. A little bit of under the bridge action there. That bit of the Berryabot is absolutely hustling and bustling chock-a-blocker. You've got the pedestrian street, you've got an overpass, you've got an underpass. It's all happening. And I don't mind that that's a merge there. I do mind the unsafe and the U-turns, but I don't mind that that's a merge there because it should be seldom used. And as well, I have no control over the one underground, so I don't mind that that's a little weird merge and thing going on there because it should be seldom used. And then last but not least, underneath the motorway here, there we are, we're proper underneath it now, aren't we? I want to try and get a pedestrian road here from the Berryabot, and I want it to connect into both of these here. Can that be done? Maybe. That kind of looks like it's connected into both there, doesn't it? Let's try that. Hopefully that's a lane management thing, and when I start turning things off, it's okay. That'll be a no. That's fine. We can still use for handy dandy bloody highways here. For the actual connection onto the Berryabot, I do want it to be one road, say coming out of here, and then we do our one lane roads. We'll just do a very simple connection like that, and then hopefully we can get away with doing a very simple connection like that on this side without them actually connecting together. Maybe? Nope, I think that just replaced that bit of road that was there. Is that going to keep both the bits? No. Oh, I think I did it. I think I managed to keep it all in together there. I'm happy with that. What I'm not happy with is lane management. Ye, get out of that lane. Ye, get out of this lane. No U-turns or unsafes here, and we're still going to treat the Berryabot as an aboot. So it's going to be an unofficial one-way system, or at least when it comes to exiting and then entering it is. And the only other entrance and exits over here. So remove all of that nonsense. You cannot turn right, and you cannot turn right off. So even though it's a pedestrian street, normal road users will use it, and I expect people to use this little highway off-ramp here to get over to these buildings over here and whatnot. So it's just on one of them. It is what it is. But I do believe that the Berryabot side is sorted. The only thing I'll do, quickly come in, clean up all of the little intersections here, making sure they're lovely and clean. Why aye. Oh, nah, no traffic lights. Be gone. Oh, that's a crossing. Be gone, crossing. Crossings and traffic lights. Not my friend when it comes to this. I don't want traffic lights anywhere. They are illegal here in Upaheight. Illegal, I tell you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get our other side and connect up this mess. This big old mess. Now the chestnut aboot is a different aboot than the Berryabot, because the Berryabot you only had one arm to deal with. This side you've got two. You see, if I delete that one, and that one, and that one. Now if we go underground, you can see there's this just the chestnut aboot. Hey, this must have been called the chestnut aboot. It's been called every name under the sun. But we'll delete the chestnut aboot back to there. Now before we do work all of this out, I know I've teased this a million billion times in previous episodes, but we are actually going to plop the Grand Bridge. Let's get this bad lad in. I've been eyeing it up for a while, and it's finally time. If I started just behind the train station here and take it to about there, you see now I'd want the foundations to be in the water. So let's come out a bit more. Alright. I think that looks canny. Let's plop that down. And yeah, you're going to have to rezone some who's to run this here. Well, that's algae. Only problem with that being, it was only 10 metres off the deck. It needs to be a bit taller than that. Let's see, from there, there we're gone. Now it actually looks like a bloody Grand Bridge. Even if I do think this grey bit shouldn't be shown. Let me quickly cover that up. There we go, that looks much better now. Let's quickly sort out this side. There we go. Perfect. Oh my god. I've wanted to pop a Grand Bridge in somewhere for so long. I'm glad I've actually got it in now. And it'll complement the rest of the bridges here. Right. Now we don't need to bring this road down here. So let's whip out our national highway once again, 4-lane number. And then let's connect on from here. Start climbing to 30 metres. Connect into the Grand Bridge like that. Whoa, what's your problem? Oh, you're not connected again. Yep, same as the other one. Alright, let's reconnect these. Oh, well, these shouldn't be in anyway. Get bulldozed. There shouldn't have been any zoning on the roundabout. Right, well, let's start connecting this nonsense, shall we? I think we'll start on the outside here with our 1-lane highway here. Connect from the outside lane. Remember, we're going up to 10 metres here. And we want to connect into this little bridge here. Just like that. And then while we're up here, we may as well connect in. Come down. And do the same over here. Now the next one I'm going to tackle be this little off here. So we'll come out. We'll schneck around. Now we need to go underneath. It's going to be a tricky one to place this. But we need to come underneath here without connecting into either of those paths. And by paths I mean highways. And then from here, you want to connect into the middle like that. Now is that right? Or did that just change this bit of road altogether? Yeah, you, my friend, are supposed to be 3-lane highway. Back under the bridge, we're looking alright. Now, I believe I'm going to have to bury a bit of the chestnut aboot here. I don't really want to delete that much of it, to be honest, but okay. Let's get the continuous carve out. Make sure we get the metro station connected in. Well, after a lot more work than I'd like it to be. The what? The Lefet? No. The chestnut aboot is finally buried. Now I just need to redo all of this that I've just done. Well, now we've got the chestnut aboot buried on that side. Let's bring out a 2-lane road here. Probably want to be up to plus 10 meters here. I'm trying to keep the grade as close as possible. I'll tell you what, this is quite the view for building something, isn't it? How did that come out? Fix that somewhat. Let's see. I think the first thing I need to do is actually turn it around so it's facing the correct area. Aye, man, we just need to do a bit of movement mod finagling. Or maybe not. Let's delete this bit of road here. Alright, there we go. We just need to redo this on here. There we go. And now, I should be able to actually use movement mod and clean up this mess. There we go. Now we'll just use movement mod to get all the trees out of the way, because I accidentally left Anarchion. There we go. I wondered why it was looking a bit weird. Let's need to upgrade that little bit there to 2 lane. Alright, so let's try this again. I want to be 2 lanes coming out here, going up to 12.5, and I want to have it coming out just like that. And from the right lane here, we split off, gone underground 15 meters until about there. And then we're going to come back up to 0 meters, just like that there. There we go. We've got the right lane connected in there. New all we need to do is come off on the left lane here and connect in as something like that. Beautiful. It will be with a bit of movement mod action if nothing else. Let's bump it up. Now, can I quickly get this? There we go. I just want to get the foundation off there. So we've got now poking through. And there we have our high lane connections. Yeah, I'll stick with that. Highway lane connections. High lane connections at the actual split setup. So now let's start doing some more connections. If we come out of the center lane here, dive underground 15 meters and then come up to 0 meters. We'll connect into this bit of highway here. Hang on, that's a 1-lane road, isn't it? Yeah, no. Right. And then we'll get our 2-lane highway and upgrade that there. So that's one more little connection done. I feel like for this connection, we're actually going to be better off upgrading this one to 2 lanes. At least until there. And then we can use the right lane here to come around and connect in there like that. Lovely. And that's very nice, that. I like that very much, Lee. Oh, what we got going on here? Oh, that's right, yeah. And for our final few connections, we're going to have to delve underground onto this beautiful road here. So I believe, yeah, this is just a normal road here. It doesn't need to be. What it needs to be is a highway. That's now a 3-lane highway down there. We want to bring it in. Let's say to about there. So we're now underneath the chestnut aboot here. And I want to have one arm, say the left arm here, come out, gone up to 0 meters, and connect in a little something like that. And that also means we need to upgrade this to a 3-lane bit of motorway there. Beautiful. Back underground. If we come onto the centre lane here, and I just want to come around like that, but without interfering with the actual motorway here. So we're looking good. Why, aye, that looks good. We'll connect in just like that. Beautiful. Let's try that again, shall we? We'll connect it out to there, and then let's see about connecting it into there like that. Why, aye. And then what we need to do here, upgrade this bad lad to 2 lanes. Now, last but certainly not least, we're on the right lane here. We're going to come out to 0 meters, and I want to ideally get this done in such a way where it doesn't affect the other bits of road there, where we can just schneck straight underneath it. How does that look? That looks alright. That's not too bad at all, that. Now all we need to do is connect it up to there, and that's the easy bit. There we go. I'll connect it up. And I do believe that this is the chestnut aboot I'll connect it up. That entire side. So let's check. You're coming on. We got 3 lanes being active. We got 3 lanes coming off. Like I say, you can go up onto the bridge. You can come down, and you can go left over to there. You can go right over to there. This exit, you can go off onto the motorway. You can come down into 2 lanes. One takes you back over to there. One comes up over to here. The other side of this, all the way underground there, comes underneath the chestnut aboot. Comes up if you want to do a U-turn. It goes up this way if you want to exit, and it connects onto this bit of road here and goes over to the other side if you want to get over there. And I do think that is everything connected, genuinely. So let's resume the game. Yep, you're going to stop complaining needing lecky. You stop complaining about the sewage. You need to be redone ever so slightly. Me apologies, floating peds. You just levitate your way down to the chestnut aboot. Thank you very much, Lee. And I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I saw another dodgy bit of path there. That's that sorted. Now, what's your issue with zoning here, mate? Oh, well, it looks like you're just going to have to re-be. Let's redo this path quickly. And let's see if we can sort out the earth around here just a little bit. Nah. Well, let me just redo this. There we go. We didn't have the big spike of land anymore. Right. Move it, mod. You've got your work cut out for you with these intersections. Well, let's see what magic you can do. Oh, I was just about to say, we need to check with lane management. We've got to stop this nonsense. You cannot turn right there. No. Do not do it. What about here? No U-turns, no unsafes. I don't know why I even can on here. Can's anywhere. It's literally a bridge to anywhere at the moment. No dodgy, no dodgies. Just norms. So I might do, get another little straight path from there. Out of there. And then I feel alright about just going no more lights anywhere. No more crossings anywhere around here. Particularly there. And then we'll remove all the lights just in case any have spawned in. Because lights, you aren't welcome. You're welcome nowhere in Upaheight. Absolutely nowhere. Right. Well, that's the chestnut aboot bit done. All we need to do now is connect the Grand Bridge up. Now, what I'm thinking with this Grand Bridge, obviously we're going to come off at 180. But I want to connect at the end of this road here. Just go up through the farmland. So what my plan is to come up behind this zoning here. So I'm parallel just like that. Lovely. And then bring this down to 0. Go to continuous curve. And that way I should be able to set it out somewhere with 180 degrees. Oh, I want to do a little U-turn here. A little 90 degree here. That looks like about as good as we're going to get. And it's a steep one. It's alright if you come and do them, but not if you got enough. Actually, you know what? Let me sort that out a little bit. If we go from here. Haha, sneaky U-turn the delivery van there. I thought it had a way of doing, but not. It had magically disappeared before its eyes. So if we go from here and then come down to 10 meters, there we're gone. Now, when we come down to 0 meters across here, just like that, it's now a lot more gentle of a rise there. A lot less of a faff about. I genuinely absolutely love that so much. It's unreal. Hey, let me quickly sort out this fence anyway. Otherwise we'll have drivers being, I can't get past the fence. Someone's put a fence across the highway. There we're gone. Happy as Larry. Now what I did notice here is we had a bit of zoning, but it was only one strip. So can we get a row house in there maybe? Maybe. Think he's crossed for a row house. Oh my, look at this. Look at this. Ah, you got the Grand Bridge. You've got the new National Highway entrance down to there. Speaking of, we need to fix this. We're going to have a main through road through the city here. And it's going to consist of 4-lane divided roads. It's what we started over here. You can see we've got one going on over here. We're just going to make another one connecting down. If we go on to the other side of the motorway here, keep going along until we get to this roundabout. And if we come down to here and then along to here. And now we have a new little section of our main through roads on our city here. And we are going to have a main road running through here, which might upset some zoning if it wasn't already a main road. Nah, it was. Sweet. And we're definitely going to upset some zoning here, because this is going to be a roundabout, even if it does mean having to quickly redo this bit. And then unfortunately, like I said, we're going to upset a lot of zoning doing that. Let's do a little bit of fancy zoning here. High density in the middle, low density on the outside. I might even do a little bit of high density, followed by a bit of mixed housing, a little bit more high density, and then a high density office in there as well. And we can resume the game, let everything build there. Now, to avoid utter carnage, yeah, no U-turns or unsafes. That's the first thing. And if we remember, that happens up here as well, doesn't it? Why, aye, no U-turns, no unsafes. But like I say, to avoid absolute carnage, we're going to come in here. Oh, you know what I'm going to have to do as well? Get in here. No traffic lights. I don't want to see a single traffic light in this city. Just to be safe, I'm going to go through all of these roads that I upgraded in the last 2 episodes and make sure there's no traffic lights. Right, a little bit of lane management. There's no right turns. If you've turned onto Cherry Street, you're getting on the motorway. You know what as well? This bad lad here, this needs to be a roundabout as well. I'm sorry people, zoning. You're just gonna have to deal with it. So we've got no lane crossings there. Plenty of lane crossings here. But we're soon not gonna have any of them. There we're gone. Perfect. Oh, I didn't even connect this up. I was about to say let's bloody set up and see how the traffic gans, but it's not gonna gan anywhere if I didn't have the motorway connected up. So lane wise, we are big chill, aren't we? 1, 1, yep, into 3. 3, down into 1 and 2, and then down 1, yep. 3, 3, we're happy with that. 3-lane motorway, let's go. Obviously we want to start 10 meters underground, connecting, come up to 0. Oh, actually, before we do that, we know that this only needs to be 3 lanes. So let's get amongst that. let's downgrade this. Well, downgrade / upgrade this up to 3 lanes. I'm going to do this all the way to the edge of the map tiles that I've got here, which I can't see. Let's just do it here, but I need to make sure I'm doing it. I hope that's fine. It's fine enough. What did upgrade to? Yeah. So let me grab this bit of motorway, come up to here, and do that. Right, so now we get with 3-lane motorway, connect that up like that, and connect that one up like that. Now we can resume the game and make sure that everything works. Speaking of, I did see as I was upgrading over here that we had a bridge. Oh, and the stay for the cables is still in the middle of the motorway. Absolutely perfect. Well, I'll tell you what I should do. I should come in here and pop sound barriers on the motorways, so the pedestrians don't whinge, you know. Oh, well, here we have it. The new motorway intersections are all done. Obviously, we're at the old side now. And we've got the new bridges. That's the new intersection done. Now this traffic you can see here, I can only assume that's just people just desperately wanting to get into the new city, you know. It's just such a popular place now, you can actually get in and up about it. Like you see, we've got with Berryabot here. No traffic whatsoever on it. As it should be. But now we've got a nice flow of traffic here. We're not backing up. If we get out of the Chestnut about, once again, no traffic. But we do have a nice flow of traffic coming and gone. Especially out of the Grand Bridge there. And how are we doing if we follow the Grand Bridge onto our new main road? No traffic yet. Even at the roundabout there's no traffic. Lovely jubbly. Now if we continue following this main road about to where it connects into the stuff we done last episode, we're getting a bit of traffic knocking about, but I really don't see why. Oh, okay. I see why. This has only went and reset itself somehow. Okay, that's how that intersection should look. Is this doing anything dodgy? No. Is this doing anything dodgy? Of course it is. No U-turns. What about here? Back to normal. Nightmare. We're not having any right turns off here. You don't go straight. You don't turn right onto there. Again, you're not turning right. 2 years gone left. And there you go. 2 years gone left. That should sort out this bit of traffic that's starting to back up onto the old motorway bridge here. Or the new motorway bridge, I should say. Oh yes, that's right. We added the truss bridge in. On old Harewood Bridge. And you see you got the water flowing under the trusses like no tomorrow. And like I say, if we continue doing the river here, we're going to find our way over the new bridge that's been put up. And like I say, I did see a bit of traffic here earlier. Is it just dodgy merges? Yeah, this can be an issue when you've got 2 intersections right next to each other. Let me delete that. We'll delete all the way back to here. And I'll tell you what I might do. I might see if I can just extend this. Is this 3 or 4 lanes at this point? 1, 2, 3, 4. If we just connect on here with the 4 lanes, can I connect it into here and not do the underground bit? That'll be a no. There is a slight hill here, that's why it goes underground. It's alright. Our intersection is one big one, and I can only hope that there's nothing directly behind it. Because I can't see. Genuinely, that should sort the traffic that was kicking about there. That should sort that right out. And then we seem to have a lot of traffic coming off here. Oh, and it's backing up almost immediately. Okay. So, where's this traffic happening? Let's have a quick squeeze. We're going straight across the bridge. It's still trafficking. Alright, I think this is the traffic I saw earlier. Where I was just like, people are just dying to move in. Which may well be the case. But we have most people going right there. So, let's follow the old forest highway here. It goes underneath, it comes around, it snacks about, some more, and it comes up here underneath, dip underneath, and yeah, we just have a lot of traffic on this bit of motorway here. It's as simple as that. A lot of traffic trying to get from A to B and B to C and A to B and D to E and F to G. There's a lot of connections to be had at this area is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, we see we have most of the cars. They just go straight, and I imagine most of the cars are actually just going left onto here. Yeah, I thought so. So we don't actually have any traffic when we get off of that. I imagine it's just everyone merging down into one lane to get onto here. I'll tell you what though, we'll give it a bit of time. We'll see if that calms down or not. Oh, we're a thriving metropolis. Big progression. Thank you very much, Lee. I had the hood off while I was setting up the camera mode here. Anyhow, I'm just up here at the Epicurean Gardens.
I managed to score myself a little room with a...
I managed to score myself a room with a balcony here. Also known as a room with a view. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my little camera lens out. I'm I'm gonna zoom in with a lot of lag, don't worry about it. Mild lag, but you didn't have to worry about it for much longer. There we go. We'll turn the hood off and let's observe this traffic, shall we? Hopefully it calms down a bit. And as we watch the traffic flow, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope you've enjoyed these beautiful little intersection contraptions that I've made over the past 2 episodes, in fact. And don't worry, there's at least one more bridge that I'm going to pop in. It'll probably be in the next episode unless something pops up that I have to deal with. But for now, I'm going to leave yous with this lovely little shot of the traffic flow. And I'll catch yous next week. Toodle!